Looks like it could be a little lower. Maybe further back too. What's up, 40 truck? How you doing over here? I think that works. I think that works. I've got the chat on the laptop. I got my phone on the live stream, and yeah, I think we're good to go. What am I going to use the gimbal for? For the show, for Midnight Tour, right? Again, anyone joining us now, welcome. Unboxing of the Weebill S gimbal, Zhiyun Weebill S gimbal for mirrorless cameras. I'm sure it actually can take regular DSLRs and all that as well, but primarily using it for my mirrorless. Which is this guy right here, right? You can see it's small, it's very compact, and that's what I use for the show Midnight Tour. If you haven't seen it, I will link the link right here. So let's get started. Looks like they got a box within a box. I will also say that I'm not the main one that's going to be using this. Gabriel is. So, another box, great. Which side do I open it? There we go. Oh. Okay, it looks like, okay, it was, the reason why they used this box is because it came with a carrying case, right? Which is this guy right here, right? I mean, who doesn't want a carrying case? You don't want to carry it in the case that it came in. You want to carry it in its own cute little padded carrying case, I guess. It was only a few bucks extra, so why not, right? Let's look at the carrying case first before we, out of curiosity, right? All right. I'm not sure what material this is or fabric. It seems like a nylon of sorts, some kind of synthetic material. No doubt it's sturdy and it will protect the gimbal against any, you know, it doesn't look like it's a flight bag or anything, you know, it doesn't lock, you know, but it will, seems like it would definitely fit in some kind of bag where you would lock that bag, right? You wouldn't lock this, okay? So let's open it. Comes with your shoulder strap, which I guess you can, you know, mount this on the outside. And it comes with this padded case. It looks like it has everything you need to fit your gimbal in here, right? I think, does this come off? I think this probably comes off. So this is like the template that fits template. More like the whatever to fit that gimbal, right? It looks like, you know, maybe they made different versions of this for different gimbals. So all they have to do is insert this thing, you know. This does not even say Zhiyun or anything. Yeah, it has a zipper compartment here, it looks like. Well, it looks like the zipper is already messed up. What the hell is this? And I just fixed it. All right. Don't know if I'm gonna need this shoulder strap. I'll put in the zipper compartment for now. Trish, Ricky, Carrie, how you doing, guys? How you doing? So, yeah, let's just put this aside for now. By the way, I just heard of a job nearby. I don't know if I should go to it or not. Maybe the faster I get done with this, the faster I might go to that job. But I really don't like going on jobs when it's not on my shift. Anyway, here we go. Weebill S. Oh yeah, Zhiyun. Guys, some of you guys asking, well, how much was this? I think it was 300-ish. So, and I gotta say, compared to the gimbal that I have been trying to use. Let's see. Oh, this is the gimbal I was trying to use. And don't get me wrong, you know, I mean, this might be better for, say, maybe a cell phone. Let's say I wanted to do some action kid style, you know, walking around Manhattan or whatever. I might just use this because this also seems lighter, right? This seems like it's a professional product, which it is. This feels like something that was made for cell phones, maybe. Will this take mirrorless cameras? Sure, but I couldn't get it to work the way I wanted it to work. So that's why I'm done using this. And I'm gonna go with this. In fact, I can say I've used this before on a lightsaber videos. Yeah, exactly, Trish. Happened before my shift. I've used this before when we filmed our lightsaber fights. It came in pretty handy. I was very impressed by it. Very intuitive controls. I really didn't have to fight with it. You guys saw me fight with this on multiple occasions in the car on my shift, both with cell phones and my mirrorless camera. So I don't like to fight with gimbals. I like to use gimbals. So this one's kind of, if you want to buy this, let me know. There we go. Here's the seal that will determine their fate. You can still return it. Seal, whatever. They just know you opened it. Not only this will be great for using with the show, but you know, if it's a BS fire, I can just go film with a gimbal, and you know, at least it will be an interesting video for you guys, because when I walk, this thing is not going to shake at all. You know, when I walk with the camcorder, it always shakes. I mean, to some degree, you know, but this, what a gimbal does is make it seem like you are rolling on wheels. That's what it makes it look like you're rolling on wheels. And that's always nice, right? That's cinematic. it's what you want. And it was between this or the DJI something, right? Didn't go with the DJI. I went with this. It's a plastic here. I guess this definitely means that you opened the gimbal as well, right? Makes you wonder, what's wrong with their case? Why can't you just use their case? Well, it doesn't look like this is made for travel. The zippered pouch looks like it's made for travel. Plastic, manuals. I highly doubt this is a CD-ROM. What's up, Jeremy? How you doing? Haven't seen Jeremy in a while. Hey, Jeremy, guess what I got? Well, you probably know already. The Zhiyun Weebill S gimbal. Like I said, I struggled with that one cheap gimbal. I think that's just for cell phones or whatever. Couldn't get it to work with the Canon M50, but you know what? Maybe I might just use that for cell phone gimbal footage. If I even do that, let's say I'm doing walk-in tours or whatever. But I've used this before when we were filming lightsaber duels. And then when we were done filming lightsaber duels that Christmas, I just returned it. Apparently I didn't have any use for it. But here I am again, returning to the gimbal because we need to stick this gimbal out of Nick's truck, filming my truck on the FDR. Maybe tonight, maybe another night, but definitely at some point, because we want those shots. We want those cinematic shots of my truck driving, right? Is this the front? I think this is the front. Yeah, definitely a gimbal upgrade. I've had a good experience with this, so you know, why not get it again, and why not do a proper unboxing video? I still forgot to sign up as an Amazon affiliate. Anyone has experience with that, let me know. I wish I could say, hey, if you want to buy this, click on the description and I will get a percentage, but can't say that yet. But when I sign up, I'm going to be doing maybe like camera reviews. I can probably review everything, all the cameras I got. Canon M50, Panasonic UX90, Panasonic, what is that, HC X1, etc. So this is it. This is the, if you don't know, say Zhiyun, by the way. When I first saw it, I was like, is it Zhiyun? Is it Zhiyun? But after I heard somebody say Zhiyun, I'm like, hey, that makes sense. It sounds relatively English, right? Almost like saying, come here, cat. You might just jump on the table at some point. Almost sounds like Z-I-O-N, right? Zhiyun. So this is it right here, guys. This is it. I think you guys can hear him as well. So, I don't know what to do here. Okay, let's just get into it. This is the main gimbal. This is the tripod thing. All right. It looks like you can lay it flat too, however you want it. But more importantly, it doubles as a grip. All right. So this, from what I remember, can go on the bottom here like this. And now you can hold this like a traditional gimbal. Another cool thing is it has a lock mechanism. You don't go off of me, laptop. I just got a Sony a6400 to use as my webcam. Oh, nice, Jeremy. I don't get it. There's some kind of a lock mechanism here, but I'm not worried about it right now. Lock, unlock. I don't know what it means. I can still unscrew it, so I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. I think I know what's going on here. Well, maybe it doesn't have it on the bottom. Maybe it doesn't have it on the bottom. No, it does not. Okay, so it's only meant to lock on top. So, like I said, this is the traditional gimbal flash unit. What flash unit? Anyway, this is the traditional way you hold a gimbal, but the alternative way, which is what sets up the Weebill apart from other gimbals, is that you do have the ability to hold it this way as well, right? This way, you're going to be able to hold it in gimbal lower to the ground. Like, let's say if I was doing something like this, right? I'm able to hold a gimbal lower to the ground. You can't do that if you're holding the bottom here, because now you have to bend down this low. But if it's like this is a really nice shot, especially for like skateboarders or whatever. Anything where you need to get lower to the ground. But for now, we'll set it up the traditional way, right? Looks like these are batteries. Now, quick little story time about gimbals and NYPD Highway Patrol, especially the Collision Investigation Unit. Years ago, we were having a conversation about gimbals. I'm not sure if it was between me and, yeah, I believe it was between me and them, some of the NYPD Highway investigators, and another photographer. I believe we were having the conversation of something about how they bought a bunch of these. I'm not sure if it was this brand or if it was Zhiyun or if it was DJI's Ronin's, because DJI Ronin, I believe, came up with the gimbal. They might have been the first one who came up with the gimbal. I'm not sure, but I remember when I first heard about gimbals, it was the DJI Ronin, right? Long story short, they bought a bunch of these to use for their videos. What ended up happening was it took too long for them to set it up. So they returned all of them, right? Because you have to balance it out and everything. You have to really, and I guess they don't have time for that. They just want to grab a camera and do some video real quick. What ended up happening and what they ultimately fell back to was going around with their DSLRs and doing video. And we're talking about mobile shots. We're talking about walking shots with the DSLR. We know it's not the best for stability, but that's what they continue to do. That's what I continue to see them doing. Hopefully, the attorneys don't require too much stability in their videos when they, go to court or whatever. Washington Heights shooting today. It happened before my shift. So this battery compartment probably goes somewhere. Where does it go? Something is. All right, I think it goes on the bottom here, right? So it seems like this is more for charging, right? I don't know to what extent this is charged, but also keep in mind, I'm not using any manuals here, right? I'm just winging it because I can say I've used this once before, and I don't think it should be too difficult to figure out. I feel like it's coming back to me as well, you know? So, got the batteries in there. Now let's see, what do we do now? It should be, there we go. This is the plate that goes on here. It looks like this is a smaller plate that might attach to this. Nope, I really don't think this is for that. So I already can tell that this is to hold a lens, right? This attachment. I really don't think I'll be needing this to hold any lens whatsoever. I also don't know what this is for. It just happened to be in the box. And then there's also this little box full of goodies. Okay, looks like it's cables and all that kind of stuff, right? You get your USB-C and a bunch of other cables, probably for, you know, your mirrorless camera and all that kind of stuff, you know, connecting audio or whatever. So this probably goes here. Oh, there we go. So it looks like the plate can come off here, right? This is if you need to detach your camera from the gimbal. Then you can put it back, you know, change your batteries, put it back, and then you hit this thing. And it's back, yeah. There's just so many levers here. Okay. And I'm finding out what everything is for, right? So now comes the balancing part. Well, you probably want to put the camera on there first, right? So let's play with the 3 axis here. Let's see. There you go. This lever is for this. Each, you can notice it's all locked together right now, right? So this can be. I feel like when you've operated one gimbal, a lot of other gimbals tend to be similar, right? So this goes this way. Now the question is, just what position does it want it to be in when you're balancing it, right? That's another question. In fact, this might be the other way, but the arrows are showing me that way, so. It might just be the other way. Yeah, it's showing this way. Which doesn't, oh, I think the arrows just show that I need to insert, yeah. It just needs to be inserted this way, yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. All right. So I think I need to attach the camera on here, right? And what I do want to use is the quick release that I already have on here, right? Because I don't want to, you know, play around with too many different quick releases. I just want one quick release to get the job done, and that is all. All right, got the quick release that I want. Okay, as you know, this does attach to the bottom here, just like that. And it makes for just super easy, just like that, on off, right? So I'm gonna put that right here. You know, my laptop keeps going off. I don't even see the video anymore. There we go. All right, so we got this quick release. I need to attach it to this thing right here somehow. But I also know that it needs to be like that. So that's where it's gonna be. This is where I look into their bag of goodies. What did they give me that I can, you know, this is not it. Ooh, I do always enjoy these screws here. Keep in mind, big side is on the left. Okay, got it. Need something to screw this in. Maybe I'll use the knife, huh? Could work. Oh yeah. And it's working. Can't see your comments here. Where's His Royal Highness? Meow and Scan. Yeah, he's somewhere. I heard him. I don't know where he is now. Don't recommend doing this with a knife, but I really don't want to look for a screwdriver right now. Just watch your fingers. should be secure enough for now, right? So that's how this is gonna go. Yeah, let's just attach it right now because we can. So it's not fitting. It's not the end of the world. We just have to move this up further, right? Look how much further it can. Wait a minute. No, okay, this is for that. And this, yeah, look how much further it can go, right? This will take a huge camera. Is it only for camera? You can probably use your phone on here, but I'm not sure if your phone will be too light. I'm sure it could possibly take your phone. So you look how much space you've got to work with, right? Let's go ahead and put this on here, and then we're gonna mess with other controls. Now, I do believe this goes flush with this all the way. Oh, wait a minute. You see how it's going down? So maybe it needs to be further left. That. It's pretty much a balancing act, right? One thing I will say about the carrying case, if it does not accommodate the gimbal in its preset position, that's a problem. Let's say I like this position. I locked all the 3 axes in this position, and now I go put it in the case and it doesn't fit, that's a problem, right? So I'm hoping the case is gonna be able to carry it in its preset position. Oops. Another thing about, there's so many levers to remember what does what, right? There we go. You don't want to press the wrong lever and knock something out of balance. I think we're good now. I would even go as far to say that if we wanted to shoot Midnight Tour on this, this would probably accommodate the wireless transmitter. Wireless transmitter. So what's the next step? Seems like this is balanced. Seems like this is balanced. The next step might be the roll axis. Oops, how do I unlock that? There we go. Which, from what I understand, you do this. Let's do this. You do this, and then you make note of, how it behaves, right? Seems to be fine. I don't know, maybe we'll go with this for now. Prince is likely sleeping. Wouldn't be surprised. He was sleeping when I sent y'all that photo on Discord. There we go. I think it's supposed to be like this. Anyway, part part of me just wants to turn it on and, you know, play with it. And you also got to consider, is the LCD screen going to be open like this when you're operating the camera? So the balance is already going off. Let's say we are, so now we have to correct for that. Really trying not to look at any videos. I like the idea of just doing it by myself and seeing what happens. Let's just turn this on. I'm starting to get impatient. Know where the power button is. It is on the side, right? And it should show something on the LCD screen. Let me know what it's showing when I turn it on. Did something happen? No. Might have to hold it down. Whoa. This thing just went artificial intelligence on me. Whoa. Okay, so it says PF, or is it FF? I don't know what that means. I think it's a mode. I think it's a mode. And it seems like this is already working perfectly. Right? I might do a little test. I might take off the lens cap here. Let's go ahead and turn this on. So let's test the 3 different axes, right? First one is going to be up and down. Oh, perfect. Just perfect. Right? Look at that. So what a gimbal does is no matter what way you move a camera, the camera will still be facing forward, you know. And this continues to impress me. Our next test is going to be the, what would you even call this? Side to side? See, this is where the other gimbal failed. When I would do this, it would act really weird on me. Not that I would be doing this maneuver too often, but it is a maneuver, no doubt, right? Again, performing excellently. Your next one is going to be the roll axis, and I really feel because this is Weebill, I'm going to take the pleasure of doing it in its Jedi's gimbal. I'm going to do it in the reason why this gimbal was so revolutionary, because of the flexibility of attaching the handle up here, right? And now I can hold it in a much lower position, as if, you know, I'm you know, let's say I'm filming skateboarders, not that I do that, but okay, this, so we're ready for the roll axis test now. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh yeah. Oh, okay, you see where that, you see what happened there? I didn't lock this, right? So let's go ahead and lock this. It's not going anywhere now, okay? So that's what that lock function is for, probably. Let's see. There you go. I can roll this without having any difficulty, right? And just picture me running with this. It's gonna be super smooth. Already I can feel the weight in my arm. This camera plus the gimbal, I wanna say it's between 5 to 10 pounds, maybe. Right? Check it out. So again, no matter what you do, it will always be smooth. It doesn't mean run like crazy, don't worry about your footwork. It does not mean that. You still got to watch your footwork. You still got to try and walk as smoothly as possible. But the better job you do handling the gimbal and you know, how you walk is going to dictate the overall cinematic smooth feel of the gimbal and the camera. Right? And then you might ask, let's go back to the regular mode. Unlock. And then, so yeah. For anyone new to how a gimbal operates, you might ask, well, how do you rotate the camera? How do you pan from left to right? Well, there are a couple of ways of doing it. The first way, I'm going to do it while having it rest on the table, is there's like a little joystick. Don't know if y'all can see that, but I will show it to you. See that joystick? Here's what you can do with that. Watch this. Actually, never mind. It didn't do what I thought it was going to do. Oh, wait. This joystick right here. Not this one, but the one at the top. So it's not doing what I thought it was going to do. However, here's what it can do. It can tilt up and down without, because look, if I tried to point upwards, it's not going to point upwards. It's always going to want to look or focus on the horizon, right? But if you did, let's say I arrive at a fire and now I want the camera to point to the roof, right? Simply hit that joystick upwards and don't do it too fast, because then depending on how fast, just like a zoom rocker, that's going to dictate the speed of the tilt. So let's say I did the tilt really fast. What does that look like? That's actually pretty smooth though. And it will go all the way up, and it's pointing right now at the picture frame. Not that I need it to, but that is the limits of its tilt mechanism. Because it's so quiet, I can actually hear the motors working. And of course it can go all the way, now it's looking at the gimbal. Not that I want that shot, but let's say I had the gimbal in this position, the gimbal would not be in the way. Thank you, Trish. Yeah, I was pretty impressed with gimbals when I first started using them, and I'm still impressed with them. Let's see. So there are also a lot of different functions on here. Like I said, you can have it pan left or right. It's not doing that right now. It's not allowing me to. Most likely because it's not in the setting that it is, right? Right now it's in the PF setting. I don't know what it stands for, but it also has a switch saying L on the side. With a flip of the switch, I can flip it to L. What does that do? I don't know. Let's now it's in L. Will that allow me to pan it left to right? Maybe it will. Let's give it a shot. And like I guessed, that function allows it to pan left and right. Can I tilt up and down? Yes, I can. Right? Now with this function, how does that affect how you handle this? Let's find out. You see what's going on here? The L is almost like a pan lock. See this? It's not going anywhere. Let's say I am running behind a cameraman. Let's say I'm Gabriel. I'm following Adam, filming him running. It's a straight path. I'm not turning anywhere. So I only need the camera to go straight. This is the setting I would use it in, right? Because I'm only running straight. But hey, what if we're turning? It's not gonna turn with me because it's locked there. On, you know, let's say that's north, it's locked north. So to turn that off, I need to go back to the PF setting. So ideally, I think the PF setting, unless there's gonna be turning, I wouldn't be using the L setting, whatever that is. I should read the manual, right? So usually you can just rotate your hand and the gimbal will rotate with you, right? Like an artificially intelligent beast, which is nice. But if you're not looking to do that, hit the L button and it will go. You can do whatever here. It's not gonna go. And you can be rough with this. You know, this is, look at this. It's just straight, right? PF, let's say Gabriel's out of Nick's truck filming me and my car is going by. He's gonna either do it like that, or he's gonna do the L setting and he's gonna use the camera to pan. See how fast that is? If I would apply a light pressure to the joystick, it would pan slowly. So I guess it just depends on how he wants to do it. You can try both ways. All right. Now there's a little button here called POV. What does that do? Kind of curious. Let's press it. Nothing's happening. I have no idea what POV means. There's also some kind of slider wheel here. I'm assuming that's to adjust zoom or focus, and that, I believe that can be, you know, depending on what kind of camera you have. Maybe you have a Sony Mirrorless. It probably interacts with that camera in order to, you see how it's kind of like not tilted? It's kind of tilted, kind of weird, right? So that might be a balancing issue. So again, we're going to go back and adjust the oh, wait a minute. I think you can do something like this. Or not. Might be a balancing issue. Let's turn it off and on. So yeah, I had a guess POV might have been selfie mode, but in the gimbals that I've used before, what would happen is the camera would and then like face me. That did not happen. So I probably have to figure it out. I can't think of a situation I'm going to be doing, you know, vlogging videos with a gimbal. That it's not practical because of the weight of the gimbal, right? So I rebalanced it. Let's go ahead and turn it on again. Okay, appears to be straight. Looks nice, right? I don't know what the other functions are for. I probably will have to go play around with it or whatever. Not to worry about it right now though. I will say for now, I'm pretty happy with it. There might be a job I might go to, but I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll be filming tonight as usual. Haven't got in touch with Gabriel. I probably were filming tonight. I'm gonna charge these batteries, and yeah, so far so good. This is the unboxing of the Weebill S gimbal for a mirrorless camera. Probably for bigger cameras as well, honestly. You know, you can probably fit, I do recall, I think I'd fit my Canon T3i on here. I don't even have that anymore. I think I sold it. Actually, I believe it was the Canon 70D that I put on here, right? So this can, the payload of this is pretty big. You can probably fit all kinds of stuff on here. But if here about a BS Fire, I'll still roll to it and I'll film it with this because it should look cool, right? So the only thing you can't do is you can't zoom because this is a prime lens, 22mm f2, right? But I think that's it. Now there's a question of, okay, this is also very important. Let's get into this as well. Can this fit the case without me? And by the way, check out how intuitive this is. You just take it off, right? I want this on here. I want that on there. I don't want to mess with any of this stuff. The only thing I want to do it here is lock everything into place, right? And this is another benefit of this gimbal. There are some gimbals, you can't really store it because it remains to be wobbly. You don't want that in a gimbal. You want to lock it into place. Where's the locking thing for this? There we go. That's locked, and this is locked. By the way, there's also this knob here. I don't know what you do with this. Maybe you pan or tilt or something with it, but I'm gonna play around with that as well. So I want it locked in this position. I don't want anything to move because if it did, it's gonna mess with the position. And now, like NYPD Highway said, it took too much time to set up. Well, maybe the Ronin, the DJI Ronin, didn't have these features. I don't know the DJI Ronin, but I can only imagine that they got frustrated because you couldn't do this. If you could do this, and all you need to do is you know, attach this, flip 3 switches, and throw the camera on there, flip another switch, I'm sure they would have kept it. But maybe they didn't keep it because they either didn't have that function, or maybe they didn't know that they had the option to do that. Here's the moment. How do you even do this? Where does it even fit? It's like a puzzle. I think it fits this way. And I think this comes off, which is fine. Yeah, there we go. It's fine if this comes off, right? I just don't want this adjustment to be messed with. Oh, I don't want to say fail, but you know, it would be nice if this can just fit in here, right? So no, it does not fit, right? So this defeats the entire purpose of having this case. But what I will say is, at least they give you the option to take this out, right? Or maybe I can cut it up. Don't want to cut this up. How about we don't use that? We're still going to take advantage of this case because it does fit that gimbal. Look at that, right? I will, however, take advantage of this Domke, D-O-M-K-E. Great, by the way. Recommended by DSLR Video Shooter on YouTube. Great channel. Probably one of my favorite videography channels. That guy is awesome. I will take advantage of this. And he mentioned this in a video where you can convert any bag into a camera bag. How? Well, simply get one of these guys. Put my cap on here. Now you've got, and just throw this in any bag. I used a few of these, wrapped up my camcorder, put it in a roller bag, one check bag, no, not one check bag, one carry-on bag, and flew to LA with it. It was great. Likewise, you know, I can probably use this somehow. In fact, what if I did this? Would everything fit? No. What if I did this? Would everything fit? Not really. So I'm gonna just throw this in here like this. Cute little pouch. Simply add the accessories wherever else. Also has a zipper compartment. I'm going to throw everything else that I don't need into there. And I gotta say, you have the choice of getting this bag or not getting this case. I would definitely get this case because even the battery charger you can fit in here. I don't know what this is for. More screws and such. I don't know what this is for. Some kind of washer. And there you have it. Cute little case. I am, however, going to charge the battery, so I'm going to take it back on. Having a mini heatwave fair. Watching LAS. What's LAS? So yeah. Perfect. Perfect case. We got the Domke cover. Awesome, right? I'm going to charge the batteries. How do you charge the batteries? You take this off. Take the batteries out. Close this. Now, I assume you can charge it by plugging in the USB-C. I also heard that you can use this USB-C port to charge your phone or your camera or whatever. There's also quarter-inch. Is that quarter-inch? No. Whatever. So how do you charge this? There you go. Do I have a USB-C? Nope, it's USB, micro USB. Yes, I do right here. I'm going to use that to charge it. And it's charging. So I'm just going to leave this open. So when it's charged, I'm going to put the batteries in here and this will be ready to be deployed tonight. Okay. I guess that's pretty much it, guys. There's a job close by. I may or may not go to it. I'm going to investigate further and I'll get back to you guys. See you guys tonight. Midnight tour. If you haven't watched that, the link is pinned. And yeah, see you guys tonight. Behind the scenes making of Midnight Tour. Have a good night, folks. I mean, evening. And see you guys tonight on the next live stream. Hey, Jeremy. Take care, Jeremy. Jeremy, Trish, Ricky, Carrie, 40 truck. Yesterday, I think. You know, you were talking about the 8340 600. I thought you were talking about cameras, but then I realized you were talking about planes. All right, take care, guys. See you guys on Discord.